According to Alex Speier, after a sit-down with Craig Breslow, the Red Sox are having daily conversations about when they will call up their top prospect, Roman Anthony. So it's not just us, guys. People within the organization are also talking about the star. And no matter what happens, no matter what Roman Anthony does, I feel like we're all just saying, Craig, what are you doing? You know, my guy Steve Peralt put it best. He said, Roman Anthony could hit for the cycle 10 days in a row, and the Sox would be like, nope, he's not ready yet. And I feel like that sentiment is true. What does he need to do at this point to make the big league roster? Well, Craig Breslow revealed that, and we're going to talk about it today. But before we do you want Roman Anthony on the big league roster? I think I'd be crazy if I didn't. I think you'd be crazy if you didn't. Because Roman Anthony clearly makes the team better. So if you want Roman Anthony on the big league roster, hit that like button. Can we get 100 likes on today's video? I assume there's 100 people that watch this video that want Roman Anthony on the roster. So hit that like button right now. Okay, so Craig Breslow spoke with Alex Speier of the Boston Globe and basically highlighted where they sit, where the Red Sox sit, but also where Roman Anthony sits and what he needs to do to get called up. Because everyone is yelling from the rooftops that Roman Anthony should be on the big league roster. But here's what Breslow had to say. He said, there are a few developmental opportunities that we want to make sure we lock in. Those are things the minor league schedule and training environment afford. Obviously, we have to balance that with our major league needs. That's a conversation we're having every single day. Wrong answer, Craig. Wrong answer. Gave you a meatball, and you failed. Because you mentioned developmental needs and opportunities for him to get better. Well, then what is this? What is this? Shout out to Robbie Hyde for this awesome meme, by the way. Kristian Campbell playing second, center field, taking grounders at first at the major league level. Let's also not forget that he is hitting atrociously right now. Marcelo playing third base at the major league level, a position he really hasn't played. Trevor Story and Connor Wong in the same lineup. You're completely contradicting yourself. Completely. By saying, you know, Roman Anthony, the number one prospect in baseball, the one that we see the most out of, he needs time in the minors to develop. But then you bring up Marcelo, which I get it, injuries constituted that. But you bring up Kristian Campbell and you're throwing him into the fire playing 15 million positions. What's different about Roman Anthony that constitutes him staying in the minors? Because he's tearing up AAA. It doesn't make any sense. But he did lay out some reasons and requirements for Roman Anthony before he makes the roster. Here's what the Red Sox are looking for before Anthony can get called up. He said, improve against fastballs in the zone. At times, especially this month, Anthony lets the ball get too deep into the zone, resulting in hard grounders rather than long fly balls that don't permit his elite power to play. He's still gaining experience in left field. He went on and blah, 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 blah. Look, there are legit things to work on, no doubt. But I do feel like at this point we're nitpicking a little bit. Like Roman Anthony, and I do honestly, I wish I brought his stats in, but I didn't. But anyone can go look at his baseball reference page or his MLB.com page and realize he's tearing up AAA. Like, he's not going to improve against AAA talent. It makes absolutely no sense. Here's more from Breslow. I'm getting a little fired up here. It says he does all these things well, but that doesn't mean that there's not a chance to try to improve. Oh my gosh, excuse me. It kind of sounds a bit like we're overly scrutinizing the performance. You are. But he has really high demands for himself. We just want to make sure that while he's in the minor leagues and working through these things, we're giving him the chance to do so. Tracy, if you want to take me back to that original photo that I showed, that meme, again, he's completely contradicting himself. You're letting Campbell and Meyer come up to the major league lineup and figure it out. Like, why can't you do that with Anthony? Because Anthony arguably is the best of the three. He's playing the best of the three. So you're letting Kristian Campbell and Marcelo Speier flounder in the majors and figure it out. You're not sending Campbell down. You're not sending Speier back down. So what, I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. Here's my take on this entire thing. And I've been saying this. I had someone in the comments say that I was just throwing out Red Sox propaganda, which just isn't true. I believe this is service time manipulation. They don't want him winning Rookie of the Year. They don't want him finishing in the top 2 of Rookie of the Year because they do not want to lose a year of service time. So I found some photos. Forgive me, I forget who posted these on Twitter, but they posted them nonetheless. And these are the rules for service time. In the MLB, if you finish in the top 2 of Rookie of the Year voting, a player gains an entire year of service time regardless of how many games they've played or how much service time they actually accrued during the season. Okay? It makes sense. They don't want to lose an entire year of service time for Anthony. Even further, next photo. A player is considered a rookie if they haven't exceeded 130 at-bats, 50 innings pitched, or 45 days on the active MLB roster before September 1st of any particular season. They don't want Anthony to hit any of these benchmarks because then he loses his rookie status. They want him to be a rookie going into the 2026 season so that they can earn a draft pick if he wins Rookie of the Year. They think they have a good enough shot of Campbell or Speier or even Narvaez winning Rookie of the Year this year. They don't want to upset the apple cart and lose a shot at a potential draft pick next year because in this next photo, teams can earn an extra draft pick after the first round if the prospect promotion incentive player accrues 1 year of service time as a rookie and then wins a major award like Rookie of the Year or places in the top 3 of MVP or Cy Young voting. Guys, it speaks for itself. They do not want to lose a year of service time for Anthony if he were to finish in the top 2 of Rookie of the Year voting. And also, they don't want him to lose his rookie status so that next year, if, and this is all a big if Campbell or Speier win Rookie of the Year this year, then Anthony can win it next year and then get a draft pick. That's what this is. This is service time and draft pick manipulation. That's what they're doing. But you let me know. I got people in the comments saying I'm throwing out propaganda. It makes sense to me, but you let me know. Y for yes, N for no. Is this service time manipulation? Is this what the Red Sox are doing? Because Craig Breslow's words do not match up to what's happening in this system. They don't. So you let me know. Y for yes, N for no. I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. Because at the end of the day, this team is too bad to leave him in AAA. They can't. And I think eventually they're going to have to move on. And they're going to have to call him up. Because this lineup that they brought out yesterday is not a good lineup. You are playing Marcelo Speier in the cleanup spot. He's only been in the majors for less than a week, and he's your cleanup hitter. This lineup stinks. It's too bad to let Roman Anthony sit and waste away in AAA and hit 115-mile-an-hour home runs. Something needs to change. He needs to be on this roster. I don't care how you do it. He needs to be on this roster. I do want to make something abundantly clear, though. Okay? Roman Anthony, Marcelo Speier, and Kristian Campbell are not saving this team. I'm not saying call up Roman Anthony because he is the golden goose. He is the one person that is going to turn this entire season around, and the Red Sox are going to win the World Series strictly on the back of the big 3. I'm not saying that. I want to make that clear. I do not think if they were to call up Roman Anthony tomorrow that this team is saved. I don't. I do not believe that because these guys are still rookies. They are still young. But it's better than what you have. Like, you're trotting out Connor Wong, Trevor Story, Nick Sogard, and others every day. That's bad. And you're not going to win games with those players. But again, I wanted to make it clear that they're not going to save the entire season, but it's better than what you have. Now, this is an interesting note from Chris Cotillo. So he posted this 2 days ago. He said, noon game local tomorrow, which was yesterday. makes it hard to drop the hammer in some way with the shakeup. But you have to wonder about the day off Tuesday, which is today at the time that this video is going out. This isn't informed. Chris Cotillo is just guessing. He says, and Cora isn't in jeopardy. Guys, Cora's not getting fired. But you have to wonder if there's something, Roman Anthony, big cut, coach, that could happen before Atlanta. And I absolutely agree. They haven't had an off day in a while. This is their opportunity. After getting swept by the Milwaukee Brewers, this is the time. This is the time. Craig Breslow kind of alluded to that as well. Here's what he had to say. He said, I think it's no longer early in the season where we say, hey, we need to give these guys more time to understand what we are. Obviously, we have prioritized winning in 2025, and we need to do everything we can toward that end, whether this is internal promotions or aggressively lurking externally. We need to keep those paths open. We also need to continue to try and push the guys who are already on our roster to try and get the best performances out of them. Those are the parts of the daily conversations we're having. At this point in the season, it would be foolish to eliminate anything as a potential pathway to improvement. All right, Craig, if that's true, you want the best team? Call up Roman Anthony. Because you are not fielding the best team right now as long as Roman Anthony continues to sit in AAA. It's true. But you let me know. Is Anthony called up before the All-Star break? 1 for yes, 0 for no. I desperately believe that the Red Sox want this to be a 0 for no, but they're going to be forced to. So I'm actually going to say 1 for yes, but you let me know. 1 for yes, 0 for no. Let me know. And through the good and through the bad, we're making videos for you. Guys, this team has been absolutely brutal to watch over the last week, but I've still made a video every single day, and we are 15 subscribers away from our next big goal of 2,000 subscribers. If you love the Red Sox as much as I do, if you're still watching every game, if you are a 162er like I am, hit that subscribe button, join the family, help us get to 2,000 subscribers. All right, Red Sox lose 6-5 to the Brewers in extra innings. Second night in a row, you lose in extra innings on a walk-off. I got a few quick notes, and then we're going to get out of here. I'm not going to keep you guys for longer than I need to. Trevor Story is a big liability. He continues to come up with runners on and not do anything. Came up with runners in scoring position to begin the game, popped out. Yeah, not great. He had a big hit at the end of the game. Like, everyone that's been on my shit list had an okay game today. Trevor Story is still a big liability, though, even with that hit. And he did lay down a bunt today, though, which was crazy. But, yeah, he's a big liability. He needs to go. Something needs to happen. He might, I think, be one of the big moves that happens today. Brian Bayo can't get out of his own way. He pitched fine. Only gave up 2 runs. Only 1 of them were earned. He's still having trouble finishing batters, though. He only struck out 2 today as well. And he couldn't get 5 innings. He went 4 2/3. He's 4 2/3 Bayo. He cannot finish the 5th inning. And that hurts when your bullpen is as diminished as it is. Bayo's got to fix something. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about a potential trade. Not involving Bayo, but for a starting pitcher, and that might push Bayo out. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Stop relying on the home run. You had a few today. Rafaela hit one. We're going to talk about Rafaela in a second. Willier hit one, desperately needed. I've been saying this for months now. You cannot rely on the home run for your only source of run scoring. The situational hitting on this team is horrible, and it needs to get better. You cannot rely on one big swing because that leads to more strikeouts than anything. And we saw that again today, leaving, I believe it was 11 runners on base. That can't happen. Ceddanne. On a day when we're all talking about Roman Anthony and him potentially being the odd man out, had a really good day. A lackluster day. He had a home run, multiple hits, but then he had the very terrible base running blunder late in the game where he did not look up. He did not see that they held Connor Wong at third. He ran into third and got tagged out. Now, Rafael Devers picked him up, had a 2-run single to give the Red Sox a 2-run lead, but that can't happen. And, he also had a great play in the outfield as well. So I would say Ceddanne lives to fight another day, but it's still not looking good for the center fielder of the Red Sox. All I know is pain. I think all of us know is pain right now. Second straight night of losing on a walk-off in extra innings. 5-game losing streak. I don't know. I don't know what you do. And things are going to happen today, I think. Everyone is speculating. Something needs to change. I've been saying this for weeks now. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Something needs to change, and I think something might actually happen today. Big or small, I don't know. But something might happen today. But protect your peace, guys. Enjoy the off day. And, the Red Sox can't lose today. So let's go. Do the Red Sox make a change today? Just comment yes or no in the comment section. I'm going to say yes. I don't think it'll be anything major. But if it is, we'll make a video. And that's why you subscribe. But yes or no, let me know down below in the comments. That's where I'm going to end it. Like I said, if the Red Sox make a big move, we'll definitely make a video. We're still going to have a video tomorrow. Like I said, I got a trade rumor that I want to talk about revolving around a potential starting pitching trade. But yeah, hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 2,000 subscribers. I know that it really sucks right now, and this team is not playing well. Still a lot of season left, and I have not fully abandoned hope, and I hope you haven't either. That's it, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your off day, and until next time, go Sox.